Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Diamond Select Toys Marvel Select Gambit figure. The special collector edition action figure comes with a highly detailed base, as Gambit does include one of the pieces, one of the corners of the Danger Room. Some nice indications, nice illustration down below of his flaming cards. Gambit was always one of my favorite X-Men figures, X-Men characters. Looks like he does also come with interchangeable hands, of course his staff, and a few of his flaming cards to top that off. On the side of the box, there's a nice picture of Gambit. And on the back, it says, before joining the ranks of the X-Men, Remy LeBeau, aka Gambit, wandered the world playing his trade as a gambler and master thief, aided by his mutant ability or mutant power to charge objects with explosive energy. He employed kinetically energized playing cards as his trademark weapon. At one point, LeBeau had approached the master geneticist Mr. Sinister, I don't know what spot just lost his place, Mr. Sinister for help in controlling his powers. Sinister removed some of Remy's brain tissue to reduce his power levels, thus affording him a greater degree of control. As a result, Remy was now in the geneticist's debt, and Sinister subsequently charged the thief with assembling the team of assassins called the Marauders. What he would not know was that Sinister would employ the Marauders to massacre the underground mutant community known as the Morlocks. Learning of the horrific results of his actions, LeBeau attempted to stop the massacre, but was nearly killed by the Marauder named Sabretooth. Be on the lookout for other Marvel Select figures such as Deadpool and Cyclops. There was also a variant of Deadpool as well. To check out more, you can go to Diamond Select Toys at www.diamondselecttoys.com. What I'm going to do is take a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Marvel Select Gambit. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Out of packaging, we'll just move him out of the way. Out of the packaging, Gambit does include pieces to build your own very Danger Room section. You know what, we'll just lay him down for a second. Just move the accessories out of the way. You get yourself two back pieces, and you also get yourself a floor section, like so. To put it together, you'll see that there's slots here, slot, and then there's also these grooves here. The easiest thing that I find is just put it together like you're going to make a book, and then just hinge it out. And as you see right there, you've already got the back corner of the Danger Room all completed. Down below, there's also slots on the flooring. So you're just going to take those wall pieces that we've just made and snap it into place. And just like that, you've got yourself the back corner of the Danger Room. Depending on how many Diamond Select figures you've already picked up, you might already have a full room. It depends on really how you want to display these. You could have these, a couple of rooms together, a whole back section like so, or really if you wanted to, you could put all four together and then have a completed enclosed Danger Room. So a nice touch. We'll just put that to the side. Having a look again at Gambit, he's really he's a spectacular piece. You know what? I'm just gonna move him. I'll move the Danger Room out of the way altogether. Let's have a look at at Gambit here. Now I've already got him with one of his cards in hand. In fact, he comes with 3 different cards. He comes with one singular stack of 3 cards. Ace of Spades on the front. Really nice translucent plastic flame effect that they put on the top of the cards. On the back, there's another Ace of Spades. Oh, wait a minute. 2 Ace of Spades? Oh, right, he's a thief. But yeah, it's a really nice flame effect. Nicely done. Gambit also does come with two of the wave playing cards attack. I'll show you those in a second, but you get 2 of them. Really nice touch. You get yourself 2 interchangeable hands, which I'll show you as well. And lastly, of course, his staff. Before we have a look at any of those and have a look at those with Gambit, let's look at the figure first. This is just a really great figure. Now for me, again, I favor it more because I'm such a big Gambit fan. But I gotta say, Diamond Select knocked it out of the park. The detailing on his face is just really nice. Providing the camera will allow me, let's zoom in. You can see he does have his red eyes. I think if they had found a way just to kind of put a little bit of black around those eyes too, so that the eyes stand out, but I mean, it's just a solid red eye. Some nice detailing on the eyebrows. He's got his goatee there as well. His head piece that he wears, and of course the Gambit hair sticking out the top. I liked the Marvel Legends Gambit here, but there was, as much as it was a highly detailed figure, I think the style and just the overall design of this Gambit is far better. I mean, just the hair, the coloring I think is his strongest suit. While he has this iconic Gambit suit, he's got some really nice pink and shading in the upper torso, the pink down the side of his leg, and then of course the silver shin guards that he wears with the boots, the shin boots. Of course, his trench coat as well. Not to say that you'd be able to remove it, because once again, he's got his sleeved arms with some nice detailing on the trench coat. Now, I don't want to use the comparison because, two different kind of figures, but really with the Marvel Legends Deadpool, he either had a cloth cape or he had that kind of vinyl cape that was released with, I think it was the 5-pack Marvel Legends that sponsor I had a look at. This trench coat, on the other hand, is just plastic. But being that it's plastic, you get some more chances, more opportunities to put some shading in there, some nice shading up the top there. And so this nice weathering effect that they've put in the tail piece of the trench coat also. They've sculpted it to look like it's blowing as well, which is also a good, nice touch. Because if it was just a straight trench coat, you wouldn't feel as if it was as dynamic, especially when you start incorporating the playing cards and, with his bow and everything else. You kind of want to make it look like it's just a dynamic piece. But I mean, definitely is one of probably, if not the best, Gambit faces I've seen on a figure. So really some solid work there by Diamond Select. That then brings us to his accessories. Now he does have a couple of hands, as we've already discussed. Currently the hand that he has included will allow you to hold the singular playing card. You just kind of have to sandwich it at the top of his hand, and you can have him holding the card like so. If that is not your preferred method, well, he does of course have these as well. I want to say like the swiping card effect going on there as well. Now, to get those, you could have it in his one hand that's already currently open, but it doesn't sit as well. For that, you can switch out his hands, and they're just on a peg. Just going to rotate it like so, pop that peg out, and put the other hand in like so. And it's very similar in style hand. Very, very similar actually, in fact. It helps if I get it in camera there. But you can have the hand. This one seems like it's slightly a little more open than the other one. Just going to take his hand. Paying attention to, of course, where the figure is in the review. That's always crucial. No sense in me talking about it and it's off camera. You just peg that into his hand. Peg this piece right here, or actually, you know what? I got the wrong one. That's why. Take this piece right here, and you're just sliding it in, almost as if you're going to have him holding it like a weapon. It is technically as a weapon. The hand keeps pegging off here. There we go. And you can have him kind of swinging his cards out like so. Or, what you could also do too, is he has an open hand also. And this is really what I like about the figure. Unpeg the hand once again, peg in the open hand. And you'll see that his hand is open, like so. The secondary swiped cards, you'll see that there's like an imprint of a hand there. You take it and line it up with those fingertips of the glove, and it will sit in the glove, allowing you, if you rotate the hand carefully, allowing you to show as if he's throwing several cards in a row. A nice touch, really nice touch. Love that. So you could take that, take his staff, for example, slide that into his hand, like so. You can really get some nice poses from Gambit, not only with having the bow incorporated, which slid out of his hand, not only with having the bow incorporated, but also with the playing cards. Again, you get a really nice dynamic look. And as you can see, they fall out, but just with a little bit of friction, you can get them back in. I think that's the only downside I would have, is the fact that you kind of have to really force them in there. There you go. And you got something that looks like that. Taking these off and taking the staff off. In the way of his articulation, let's bring the camera in a little bit. Articulation wise, he does have a really neat ball joint. Lots of movability in the head, left and right, side to side, up and down. He has hinge and socket shoulders, which allow the arms to move forward, back, out. Rotation in the bicep. He has a single bend in the elbow. A rotation and pivot in the hand via that ball joint that we already had a look at. He has the upper torso crunch, which will allow you to rotate the upper torso up and down, left and right. And then the legs go forward, back, out. Rotation in the thigh. He has what looks to be a single bend in the knee and a hinge in the foot. Depending on how you want to display your Gambit, I really appreciate the fact that we got another Danger Room set, but the only problem with those pieces is they do take up a lot of space. So if you are limited by space on your shelf and you really can't put a lot out, I would just have Gambit on his own, certainly by making use of as well the playing cards. Playing cards are a beautiful touch, and that translucent plastic in varying degrees of color definitely adds to that flaming effect of his mutant ability. Gambit as a whole, very happy that I was able to pick him up. He's easily, from a design and overall paint, he's probably one of my favorite Marvel Select figures. Now again, I might be saying that just because I'm biased towards Gambit, but you gotta admit, this is a really spectacular figure. Gambit, I'm gonna give him a 9. Today's toy spot, we're having a look at the Diamond Select, Marvel Select Gambit figure. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned. Spot's going to have more spots heading your way. And as always, I'll see you next time.